Isaiah 58 in his service, we've come a long way. We don't ask people for money or that sort of thing. We're a gap filler ministry, so what we want to do is to actually take the ministry even further into North Tulsa. And hopefully on an acre to 2 acres of property. And what we are seeing is we want to have emergency housing. There is no emergency housing in Tulsa. So if your house catches on fire and you have no one to stay with, the American Red Cross will put you in a motel for a couple of days and give you a Walmart gift card, and then you're on your own. But if we had a place that somebody could call and say, hey, I've got a family of 4, they just lost their house, they're distraught, they don't know if they're coming or they're going, can they stay? Absolutely. Bring them on up. Let's bring them in here. There are also folks that have been homeless on the streets for a very long time. And every once in a while, they just need a break. Primarily what we do is we are a gap filler ministry, meaning that there are a lot of ministries and agencies in the area that will help with certain things in certain ways. So the way we work is that, as I mentioned, I give everybody my cell phone number. So somebody calls and I answer and they go, I'm Melba and I need help with my rent, and they tell me their story, and if God provides us with the income, then I say, Melba, I'll be more than happy to send $400 to your landlord to pay for your rent. So what we've done is we've just eliminated a whole lot of stress for a little lady that shouldn't be having that kind of stress to begin with. This is kind of our typical Sunday. We go out east and pick up a few people and drop them off, and then come up here and get the kids and then take them to church. And they're actually staying through the 11 o'clock service because one of the church members has offered to buy clothes for one of our kids. So they're going to take them out shopping. So then I'll head out east again and pick up a grandma and a granddaughter and bring them to the 11 o'clock service. And then in between all of that, we just try to get them home. Or if they need food, we try to provide food for them or run errands and that kind of thing. So Sundays are supposed to be a day of rest, but they're pretty busy for us. But that's what God calls us to do, so we enjoy it.
Instead of saying you're going to do it, you just get out and help.
Yeah.
Instead of just sitting around talking about it, just get up and do it.
I guess it's as much for us as it is for the people that are getting this stuff.
It's kind of a cathartic thing. Yeah, we do it mainly because we feel like you're giving back, and you're just trying to help any way possible. There's a lot of people who need help.
And we've both been on the streets, so we know.
Sure.
Yeah, so it's really close to home.
A big part of the homeless population that hangs around the ministry are somewhere in their 20s, maybe early 30s. They're really young, and majority of them either have a substance abuse issue, or they've got mental illness, or both. Since I am a social worker, I work for a medical clinic, and so in doing so, I see a lot of folks that are poor, meaning that they're a lot of them are on disability, or they're the working poor. They're manual laborers. Both the husband and wife work, and in many cases, if they're working and one of them gets sick, goes to the hospital, of course they're not going to get paid if they don't have insurance. And during that time, I can't tell you how many families actually are thrown into bankruptcy and poverty.
I like to relate it back to the Bible in Matthew, where Jesus says that we are to feed the hungry and clothe those that don't have clothes, and to visit people in prison. And there is no place in there that he asks us to first find out why. Why were you in prison? Or why don't you have clothes? Or why are you hungry? We don't ask those questions when they come here. We just want to know what they need, and we want to help them with that.
I started meeting these people and going into the community. I spent a lot of time in North Tulsa. There's a place called The Wall, and there's a lot of what I call my guys, which are the bunch of homeless guys that hang out there. Going into Comanche Park or somewhere and getting some of these kids and taking them out to eat, or taking them to the movie, or taking them to a water park, or doing something like that. Just being able to love on them and know, to help show them there's a life beyond the projects. There's a life beyond where you are right now. And I want to show you as much as I can, because if you see something that really sets you on fire, that really gives you hope and gives you motivation and momentum, then maybe, just maybe, I can help you get there. And then that's how you take people step by step and get them out of poverty.